Hey everybody, Jason Moser here with Brendan Matthews, joining you for another edition of Ask a Fool, where we answer your questions. Today we're taking a question from Bob, and Bob asks, I have recently been looking at your starter stocks and comparing them to my brokerage's stock ratings. Now, only one stock was recommended by both. The others were quite the opposite. This really confuses me. I'm tempted to buy the one that you both agree on, and that's MasterCard. But is this foolish thinking on my part, capital F, or is it little f foolish thinking on my part? Brendan, why don't you kick us off here? What do you think?
So first, I'll just clarify what Bob's referring to when he says the starter stock list. So some of our premium services, we have stock recommendations, including MasterCard, that we think are good places for investors to start.
Yep.
They're stocks that we consider good buys. So what he's saying is his brokerage system doesn't agree with our recommendations. And I'll tell you what. These brokerage recommendation systems, I have recommendations for my brokers. They're mainly computerized. They don't take into account things like management. They don't necessarily capture things about the strategy, the cash flow, potential for growth. They just are looking at very rote financial numbers. And in the end, I've found that these broker rating systems are worth what you pay for them. Yeah. You pay nothing for them. I view them more as a distraction than anything else. I don't look at them at all. What do you think, Jason?
I think that's exactly right. I mean, I think you get what you pay for. And in this case, I mean, these brokerages, I mean, if you think about it just from a very basic standpoint, I mean, they're really just, they want you to trade more, right? They're benefiting from every time you trade something because they get that commission. And so I think you have to consider their interests versus our interests. And so obviously we are looking at businesses, like you said, from the ground up and really assessing them, their management teams, their competitive advantages. We benefit from our members out there succeeding as investors, and you're right. The brokerages, I don't think that's their interest really at all. I think that it's easy for them to lob up computerized ideas, but
they're just trying to provide easy content that'll give you some sense of comfort when you're making a trade, but it's really not great advice. That's what I've found. Yep,
the best advice we can give you: stick with our advice. Capital F foolish. Look at those starter stocks. That's a great list to really consider there. They're all excellent buys right now. We like them all. So thanks a lot for the question. Thank you, Brendan. And for more information, make sure to check out Fool.com.